Hello, 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 everyone. Let's see who's going to join us. Okay. Make sure we're officially live. And there we are. Going to share with our groups really quickly. And Creative Arts. Okay. We are officially live. Please say hello as you join so we know who's here hanging out with us. And I think we're good. All right. Hey, Sue, glad to see you join. All right. Let's see what we have today. I'm gonna switch views here real quick so you can see my desktop. There we are. Okay, so of course we are now into February, and that means Stampin' Up has released 2 more kits. Now into February, and goodness gracious, why did that happen? It turned itself up. All right, hopefully we fix that. We don't want any of that stuff happening. Hello, Miss Betty. So glad to see you join. So anyway, 2 new kits released this month. Last month they released the Rock Legend kit and the Panda Friends kit. This month, I forget the 2 new kits. I looked at them real quick and now I can't remember what they are. But they are 2 new kits. They are stamping kits and they look like they're going to be really good. I do remember that, thinking, I think I'm going to need to get me some of them. So new kits on the horizon. Again, at the beginning of the month, going forward, Stampin' Up will be releasing 2 kits a month for the whole year of 2024. So that's something new that they started. In addition, we are in the subscription period for the February Paper Pumpkin. If you aren't already subscribed, this month is going to be an Easter theme. It's going to make 9 projects, 3 each of 3 designs. It's going to include printed cards with coordinating envelopes as well as gift boxes. You're going to have pre-cut paper pieces, baker's twine, and embellishments. The coordinating colors will be Petal Pink, Daffodil Delight, Branny Apple Green, Berry Burst, Early Espresso, and Crumb Cake. And your ink spot will be an Early Espresso ink spot. In addition, the dies that were released back last month will continue to coordinate with the next 2 paper pumpkins. So again, if you've already ordered them or if you haven't and want to and you are a current subscriber, you can get these the Love of Spring dies add-on. They are $6, I believe. And of course they're only while supplies last. Last I looked, they are still available. Hey Barb, so glad you could join us and find us. So anywho, we do have that going on as well. So I don't have a photo of the February tutorial bundle, and the reason behind that is I did not make it into the time to submit my project for the tutorial bundle because as you all know, I hurt my back pretty bad there middle of January, and I'm just now getting back to where I'm able to function. Oh, hey, Katie. Glad you could make it. So unfortunately, I did miss the deadline to get in on that. So I am going to have a big old hole for the February tutorial. I don't have one. So I do have an ordering special for this month for anybody who places a minimum of $35 order. I know the tutorial bundle is a $50 order because that is set by the folks who run the tutorial bundle. But for me, for my own personal ordering special, it's a minimum of $35 and you will get a free embellishment. It will be something from the mini catalog, and all gifts will go out at the end of the month once all of the orders close. In addition, all orders that total up, or not all orders, if you place an order in my online store, regardless of what you spend, if the orders total at the end of the month $150 or more, that earns host rewards. And I do a drawing for host rewards at the end of the month, first part of the next month. And I do give those away. Miss Betty was our recipient this month. Congratulations, Miss Betty, for being our winner. I put everybody's name on the wheel of names and I spin that baby around, and Miss Betty's name came up. So she gets the host rewards this month. So if you'd like to have an opportunity to win host rewards, you place an order and I put you on the wheel and we spin it to see who's going to take home some free product. Okay. So that's how that goes. Now we're on to this month's projects. We are playing with the Be My Valentine. And I think I put on there Be Mine, but it's Be My Valentine is the name of the stamp set. And it's cute. It is a bundle. It is a punch bundle, which makes it a pretty good value. I love punch bundles because punches are easy to use. You don't have to have extra machines to use them. And they're pretty inexpensive in comparison to some of your bundles with dies. And only one thing to keep track of. I don't have a bunch of dies to keep track of when I'm using punches. Just putting it out there. My preference is punches if they have them. Excuse me. So tonight we are featuring this. We have some really cute cards using this set. We have You're as Sweet as Honey. And then, of course, we have Love You. And then we have Be Mine. So just a really cute couple of cards. And yes, these all basically use the same layout, just variations of it. And again, that just goes to show you, you can use a basic layout and come up with all kinds of different ideas just by changing things up a little bit. This one opens this way. This one opens that way. This one opens this way. So just thought I'd show that. You can use a basic layout, basic measurements, and still come up with all kinds of different cards. Oh, Miss Betty, you are so welcome. And I was excited for you. All right. Everybody got your beverage of choice. Tonight I'm breaking from coffee and we're going with some hot tea. I'm doing my stinging nettle tea with some turmeric, trying to get the anti-inflammatory effect. Keep these hands a-moving. Okay. Let's see. Let's start with card number 1, which is going to be You're as Sweet as Honey. Okay. So for this one, card base is 8.5 by 5.5. It is scored at 4 1/4. And we are going to go ahead and fold on that score line. Use our bone folder to press that out. Next up, let's see. There it is. I know I had that new one here. Come back here. I know, nice little bone folder there. Okay. Then I have a piece of sweet sorbet. This measures 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. I have a piece of this adorable designer series paper. This is from the paper that is with the sweet. It's called the Be Mine designer series paper. And that measures 3 inches by 4 inches. And you can see I'm loving this paper. I got all kinds of cuts made in this, but I'm telling you, the sweetest designs. Look at those little bees. Are they not the cutest things you've ever seen? I check out those honey jars. Loving the honey jars. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have the little bee pattern there. on that one. Okay. Look at those little tiny bees. Are they not the cutest with the little hearts? And we are using this pattern tonight with the little hearts and those bees and the flowers. Love this one as well. More flowers, stripes, and bees, and then this honeycomb pattern. So just awesome paper. Really cute for the Valentine holiday, but it's also great for like birthdays and any other type of celebratory occasion that you might be having going on. All right, so we have our designer series paper. We're going to go ahead and attach that to our sweet sorbet panel. You want to make sure your hearts are going in the correct direction. No one wants upside down hearts. So we're going to oh, I know what I forgot to ask you guys. I was able, with the help of a fellow demonstrator, figure out how to adjust my setup here so that you can see me and still have my desktop full size. So I don't have to have them scrunched up like they normally are. But next thing is I was able to figure out how to do it so that I am in the bottom here, or do you prefer me in the top here? Where do you feel like I'm less in the way? Top or bottom? So up here in the top or down here in the bottom? The bottom? Okay. I thought so, but just wanted to get your opinion before we went anywhere with that. Okay, so now we have that attached. We're going to bring in, also part of this suite of product is the, what do they call this? Bordered ribbon. No, that was an easy name. And it's also in sweet sorbet, so it totally coordinates. And I need my tweezers. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to tie a bow off to the side here. We're going to be not quite in the middle. Bring that down a little bit. And put those tweezers there to hold that knot. And okay, everybody agrees it is the bottom. Good to know. Do you like having the bigger screen so you can see what I'm doing? Now that I've figured out how to do it. Thank God other demonstrators are so kind. I Facebook messaged another demonstrator, said, hey, I love your videos. Can you tell me how it is you get yours to show up like that? Because I can't get mine to do that. And she was sweet as pie, and she came back and she did tell me. Oh, good. Thank you, Miss Betty. Glad to know. Okay, so we're just going to trim up those. Yeah, we'll throw that in there, I guess. Get the ribbon back out of the way. All right, next we need some dimensionals. And of course, I have those put way over here. Okay. Get that straight. Okay. And we'll throw one right there. Okay. And we'll just peel off these backings. And then we're just going to set this down here in the center of our card. And that looks pretty good. Like so. All right. Then using the deckled circles, I went ahead and I did this ahead of time. But you know what I did not bring over is a piece of scrap white that we need. All right, we're going to grab some in just a second. But I do have 2 deckled circle dies that I did cut from Sweet Sorbet as well as Basic White. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to adhere those together. Cannot believe I didn't bring over any punching Basic White. I thought I had all this together, and I guess I didn't. Okay. And then dimensionals. And for this larger circle, we're going to use 3. And that's going to go right in there. And that does hang off the edge a little bit there. That's okay. Kind of wanted it there. And let's get a piece of Basic White. Looks like we got to cut a little scrap. But that's okay. We can do that. Okay, there we go. We've got some Basic White now. And for that, we are going to bring in our bee body, our stripes, and our wings, the wing outline. And we're going to start with Daffodil Delight. And we're going to stamp that right there on the edge of our paper. Then we need our Memento Black. And that's for our little bee stripes. So we're going to ink that up. Now we're going to line these up. I have to bring it down just a little bit. And down. Oop, and I got ink on my fingers. Good thing we don't need all that paper. Look at that. Ugh. Okay, let's see if I can't clean my finger so we don't ruin everything else. Okay. So that takes care of that. And we also need his little face. And I like the little winky face. There's different faces in this set. I'll show you. We have the little winky face. We have the smiley face. And then we have this little smiley face where he's kind of squinty. So I call it the squinty smile. And then we have this suspicious. I don't know. He looks a little suspicious with his little eyes there and his tight little straight, no smile. He's just got a straight lip there going on. But so you have lots of choices here for your face. We're using the squinty, and we're going to again use this Memento and see if I can't do this without getting ink on my fingers. Hey, Arlene. So glad you made it. We're on card number 1. And we're just giving him a little winky face. Like so. Now, for his wings, I have found in order to conserve paper a little bit, it's easier to actually punch out than stamp the wings. I mean, by all means, if you would rather stamp and punch, feel free. I just find trying to get them lined up, and I did try stamping them on the same, putting them on the same block and getting them lined up, and it still just wasn't quite right. So I find that this is actually the easiest. So I need that heart there for the wings. And that's the best part too, is even though these are his wings, you could use this as a little bit of a cute heart if you needed a heart for a project. Not to mention, you get this cute little heart. And I'm now collecting my little hearts because these are going to be useful for other projects. But anyway, got my little wings here. And now I have my wing outline. And we're going to use Pool Party for that. So we have our Pool Party. So we're going to go ahead and ink that up. And I need to bring that down so I can see where I'm going here. And there we go. That's the beauty of having photopolymer, as you can see. And that makes it much easier. Okay, so now clean those off. They could be bunny ears if you were doing a circle punch. Trying to make bunny ears. All kinds of things you could do with this shape here. All right. Now, I'm just going to take a glue dot. Let's see, there we are. Turn that over and get right down there in that little crevice there where it makes a point. And we're going to stick that to the back of our little bee. Now our little bee needs some dimensionals. Put one on his wings and on his body. And that's going to go right here in our circle. Next, I have a scrap 1/2-inch piece of cardstock. This is basic white, of course. And we have our sentiment here, which is "Your sweet is honey." And we need our Memento Black again. I'm going to ink that all up. Get that right in the middle there. Your sweet as honey. Clean our stamp. Okay, now the fun part. We're going to trim this up. We don't need that. And then we're going to, as honey, as sweet in your. So there are our 3 pieces to our saying. And I will show you how I like to start with the end of the sentiment to make sure I have things lined up the way I want them. So I'm going to start with "as honey" because that's the last thing I want to say. And then we're going to do As Sweet. That one's going to come in a little. And then Your. And that will go right about there. And there is card number 1. Okay. So that's our first card. And he's so cute with that little winky face. I mean, really, come on. Yes, he is buzzing cute. All right. I got to say, I think this is probably in my top 3 favorite Valentine sets that Stampin' Up! Has done. I'm just going to, I almost want to say it's my favorite, but there was a couple others that I did really like too. So I'll put that in my top 3. All right. Number 2. Love You. And I'm going to show you how to get more use out of your punch with this one. Okay, so for this one, we have Petal Pink for our card base. And again, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to fold on that score line. Grab that bone folder. Press that out. All right. Piece of the Designer Series paper. See the bees? And we are going to, this one's cut at 5 1/4 by 4. We're going to go ahead and adhere this right to our card base. I don't run out of adhesive here. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and get that right there. So there's our card base. So we can set that aside for a minute. Then I have a piece of Sweet Sorbet. This is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Then I have some Designer Series paper. This piece is 2 inches by 4. And this piece is 1 inch by 4. So we're going to go ahead and adhere these to our paper. What is going on here? There we go. Sometimes. All right, you want to make sure your bees are going in the correct direction as well as the little hearts that they're sporting. So we have him going to the top here. That looks good. Then we have our striped piece. And this is going to butt right up against the bees. There we go. And then bring back that pretty ribbon. And this is going to go right along this here seam. And we're just going to tie it in a knot this time instead of trying to tie a bow. I think I got a little more than I need there. Let's shorten it up. Okay, bring those tweezers back. Hold that down. Oop. Not tying a bow, just tying a knot. Okay, and then of course we're just gonna trim those ends. Actually, there we go. That looks better. Okay, now again we want some dimensionals. Not a ton of stamping with this one. The only thing left to do is do the sentiment. But I got a cool thing to show you first. Okay. So set those aside. Bring our base back in here. We're going to now we're going to go ahead and add this to the center of our card. Like so. Next, actually, you know what? I'm going to save that scrap. We're just going to use this one. All we need is this little bee body. Let's see. There we go. So I have my bee body. Save the heart for another day. Now, see that little stinger there? You're going to take your snips and cut that little stinger off. And now you have a little oval. Just a little one. We want our sweet sorbet ink and our stamp that says, "Love you." Clean this off. And then we need a dimensional. Or two. I'm going to put one towards the top. And one towards the bottom. And we're just going to sneak that up by that ribbon right there. Then part of that suite of product is the adhesive backed hearts and flowers. And you'll see we have all kinds of colors here. So you have the Sweet Sorbet, you have Petal Pink, Daffodil Delight, and then you have the Pool Party. And look at these little daisies. Are they not the cutest? Love them. But anyway, we're going to use a Petal Pink, the little one here. Let me get my take your pick tool and pick up that little heart, and we're just going to stick that right there. Too cute. And there you have it. There's card number 2. Super cute, super easy. Not a lot to do there. You're just using your paper as your focal point, really. And then you're just getting a little bit of extra mileage out of your B stamp because now it's a little oval for your sentiment. Love when I can stretch my tools into other areas because now you're getting a little bit of extra added value going on there. All right. We're already ready to start card number 3. Okay, let's get these over here. All right. Card number 3. I think this one might even be my favorite just because I love that yellow plaid. It just makes me happy. Today was such a sunny day. We haven't seen sun here in New York in so long, and we had a little bit of sun yesterday. The day before that, we had a little bit peek out, and then it got cloudy again. But today, it just stayed bright blue skies with bright sun, and it felt so good. It was a little deceiving because when you went outside, it was brutally cold. Oh, hey, sis. I didn't even see you pop in there. It was cold. Every time I took Tucker out, I was like, ugh. But it was just so good to see the sun. It just made me feel so much better. Like now I can continue on. Spring really is coming. Does anybody else get that way where you're like, oh, I can't take winter anymore? And we've even had a pretty mild winter considering this is central New York and we're usually like knee deep in snow up to my butt, literally. And it's not even an exaggeration. And right now we barely, I think we have maybe about 3 to 5 inches out in my front yard. And that's just because I live in the middle of the woods and it hasn't melted here. But most of the area has like no snow. It's just bizarre. This is a really, really mild winter for us. But I gotta tell you, I still get that feeling like I need spring to come. And then usually by this time of the year, we're feeling like spring is never going to come. But when you see the sun getting up like that, it's just, yes, it is really coming. I'm so excited. But anyway, card number 3. I digress. We are on to card number 3. We are using a thick, basic white card base. This is 11 inches by 4 1/4, and I have it scored at 5 1/2. We're going to go ahead and fold on that score line, and of course, use our bone folder to furnish that fold. So we have a nice, crisp seam. All right. Then I have a piece of Daffodil Delight. Same measurement as all the other ones, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And a piece of that beautiful Designer Series paper. This is the yellow, sunny yellow Daffodil Delight plaid piece. And this measures 3 by 4. So we're going to go ahead and attach these 2 pieces. And they go together just like so. And then, before we do that, I'm getting ahead of myself. We want to do, I have here the little trail line of the bee. And we're going to take our pool party. And we're going to ink that up. And we're just going to down here in the corner. And we're going to do the same thing up here. And whoop, let's see. I'm going to go, I guess, here like so. Like that. Okay. That's that. Next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to adhere this to the center of our card base. So we're going to go ahead and add trying to get this pretty centered. Let's see, that looks pretty good right there. So you have a little bit of that little bead trail coming out of there. All right. I have some scraps here. I have a piece of designer paper, and then I have one of the banners from our Stitched Shapes dies. And I'm going to, let's do the die cutting first. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll save that for Mr. B. And we need our baby boss. I guess, oh, I lost. Huh. I gotta find my little feet. They're missing. That's interesting. I have not found any laying around to say, like, what's this? Huh. Well, interesting. All right, we're going to start with our basic white. We need a basic white layer. This is going to be for our sentiment. Yeah, there's like little rubber feet and they appear to be missing. You would think I would have noticed them on the floor or something. And then we'll just cut out our designer paper. Interesting. I'll have to see if I can't find some replacements for it. Okay, so there's our, let me actually drop that right in here so I don't lose it. There we go. Designer paper piece. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add some adhesive to that. And that is going to go, right about there maybe. That looks good. And what did I do? Uh-oh. Well, now. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, I knew I had it. All right. Losing it. We have our Memento Black. And we have our Be Mine. So we're going to go ahead and ink up Be Mine. Oh, hey, Paulette. Glad you could make it. No worries. Okay. Oop. I gotta get this closer to me so I can see what I'm doing here. So we have Be Mine, and I think I just made that crooked. I did. I'll flip it over. And we're going to bring it even closer to me. Hopefully you can still see what I'm doing. No, maybe not. There we go. It's hard to keep things in screen and do it straight. Just going to say that. Okay. There's our Be Mine. Next, we're going to go ahead and add adhesive to that. And that's going to go here. And I do have it just a little bit crooked on purpose. Maybe not quite that crooked. Oop. There we go. Okay. Next up, we need bees. A bee. So we need our Daffodil Delight for a bee body. There's our bee body. I'm going to go ahead, clean this up. Need our bee stripes. And there's our stripes. Now, let's see. Oh, we need our face. We have the squinty face for this one. So little squinty face, and we're going to bring him straight up because that's the way he's going to be. Okay, done with that. I'm thinking, I don't think I have to worry about with this particular, yeah. Whew. Probably. All right, let's get him lined up. And then we'll do his hearts, his wings. Oop. Okay. Save that little heart. We have that. And now I just need 2 wings. So I'll do 1 set. Oop. And second set. Okay. close that up, lock her down. That goes in the trash. And now I have my 2 wings, and I have my petal pink, and I need the inside of the wings, and I have the outline of the wings. So let's use this as our scrap. So we're going to get our petal pink, and we're going to use the solid stamp that does the inside of the wings, and we're going to ink that up in our petal pink, but we're going to stamp off. Ooh, let's get that inked up better. Then stamp off, and then we can stamp our wings. And we're going to do the same. For that. Okay. So there's that one. Now, same petal pink. Only this time, we're going to do full strength. I know this is hard for you to see in the camera here, but I'll hold them up so you can see the difference. There's that. Okay, so now you can see the shade change. So we have our wings. You have the pink, light pink on the inside, and then the darker pink is the outline. So we have our little wings, and we need our glue dots again. So we're going to pick up a glue dot right on that little point. And same with this one, right on the point. There we go. Next, attach his wings to him. Because what's a bee without wings? And I will tell you, there is a stamp for the antenna. And I've seen many demonstrators who actually fussy cut those antennas out. This demonstrator will not. Not going to happen. I don't like the fussy cut as it is, and I'm certainly not going to try to do those teeny tiny little antenna. So you just imagine that this little bee has his antenna, or if it really bothers you, you can certainly stamp it onto the designer series paper. I just felt that he did not really need it, but again, preference, feel free. I'm just not doing it. I do not have the patience for such things. I cannot do it. Unless it's like going to be the be all end all for the, I mean, I will fussy cut if it really is going to be the difference between a good project and a not so good project. But if it really isn't going to make that big of a difference, I'm not doing it. And then he goes right there on the corner like so. And then, of course, we bring back those really cute embellishments here. And we have these pretty sweet sorbet hearts. I'm going to pick a little one, and that's going to go right there on his chest. Then we're going to take a larger one, maybe. Ooh, that is down there. And that one's going to go right about there. And a smaller one we can put right there. And that, did anybody notice what I forgot? I forgot the ribbon. And I think it might be too late because that's pretty strong adhesive. I don't know. I completely forgot the ribbon. Yeah, Arlene, I should have looked up a little bit faster. Well, let's see if we can do this. I don't know. There we go. This is going to be interesting. We'll have to use some glue dots to glue that back down then. All right, let's see. Now I have way too much ribbon here. Oh, for the love. Well, let's see if I can't. Let's try that. Okay. See, I get all excited and then I forget to do things. All right. Bring back in these bad boys. Oh, Betty, if this were the first time I had done it, it would be one thing. But oh boy. Good gravy. Come on now. Be a pretty bow, not a funky looking one. Okay, there we go. I think we're good. Oh, thank God you guys love me. Oh. You keep coming back. Because Lord knows. All right. We're going to definitely need a glue dot to fix this little. Oop. We're just going to get a glue dot there. Put that corner down. And a glue dot here to put that corner down. Yeah, we'll put one in the middle too because that's a little bit. There. Almost can't tell that we had a problem there. Now let's. Okay, card number 3. The end. Good heavens to Betsy. Oh, Paulette, yeah, you definitely got to pull it out. The paper alone is enough to keep you going. I mean, I am in love with this designer paper. It is going to make some really cute cards. Like I said earlier, you missed the beginning. I was saying this paper, yes, it's Valentine-y paper, but you could definitely put this to good use for like birthdays. It's all kinds of like festive. So there you have it. 3 cards, all using this entire suite of product, which you will find in the mini catalog. And I have to tell you, as demonstrators, we do get to pre-order things and see things ahead of time. Next month is going to be a online exclusive release. Holy simoleons. I've never seen them do a release this large for the online exclusive. And it is amazing. For those of you who are demonstrators, don't walk, run to the demonstrator website and go check out the new online exclusives that are coming, because holy cow, there is a ton and it's all awesome. For my coffee lovers out there, there is a whole suite dedicated to just us coffee lovers. Just going to say it. Just going to say it. There is a suite that is for us, uniquely to us who love coffee. Really nice things coming. So they are out for demonstrators right now. Next month, it will be released to everybody else. Speaking of, if that sounds like it's really intriguing to you and you want to be able to go see that stuff, this is the perfect time to join Stampin' Up. I would love to have you join my team. We are small, but we are mighty. But yeah, we would love to have you come join us. And now is the perfect time because as far as joining, you can pick out $125 worth of product. You pay $99. It ships to you free. You can choose this glass mat right here as your onboarding gift. Or if this doesn't really, if you feel like, I really don't need a glass mat, you can pick out an additional $30 worth of product in your startup kit. And again, you save 20% with every order you place thereafter. So yeah, if you're interested, please reach out. I will talk you through it. If you have any questions, please reach out. I will answer whatever I can. But again, would love to have you join our team. All right, guys, that's all I have. I want to wish you a fabulous rest of your evening and an even better week ahead. I have tomorrow off, so I am going to be hanging out in my craft room. I will be getting out my thank you cards for those of you who placed orders this month, or I should say last month. So I'll be working on that tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to be taking full advantage of having an extra day off. So yeah. Have a great week, guys, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.